Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a speed build for our Lucid Legacy Challenge Generation 2. So we are currently in the world of San Myshuno. So our Generation 2 heir is Lara, and she is actually going to be moving to San Myshuno, and I wanted her to stay at the Spice District, and I've specifically chosen the 19 Culpepper house because of the terrace. And I am so excited to be building this apartment for her, and just the fact that we will actually be in a totally different and opposite world from Chestnut Ridge, because we are going to be in the city. So this apartment, so when I was trying to do the floor plan, I wanted to retain like the windows that this particular building had, and in regards to where it's situated outside, because I want it to be the same as the rest of the apartments in this block. But then I realized, I don't know whether I ended up including it in this speed build or if I've completely cut it off. I had a look, and the door is in a completely, like the door leading to the terrace is in the completely different side of the apartment. But then I think at that time I already kind of wanted to know, I already knew what the floor plan would be like, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna change that just because I wanted some sort of kind of like a somewhat like it's the same, for the rest of the apartment. So I totally gave up that idea. But I wanted her in this particular apartment because for some reason I wanted Lara to start off at the Spice District. Yes, she is gonna have a bit of money when she moves in. This is not a rags to riches, but over time, when she becomes a really successful YouTube streamer and she becomes really famous, I am actually planning to build a penthouse for her in the arts district, and that is what she's gonna be kind of like. That's her goal, I think. And a part of me is really wanting to use CC for that build as well, which I haven't done at all. But coming back to this apartment, I was kind of going for a somewhat industrial look, and I wanted like exposed bricks, and also I really wanted the apartment to kind of feel light and somewhat cozy on the inside. That's why I was kind of using kind of like a lighter wood in regards to her furniture, and there is still pops of color in there. And when I was doing this particular kitchen, I knew that, well, I was very interested in the new kitchen countertops that we received from both the Chef Hustle kit as well as the For Rent pack. Like, I really wanted to use them, but the Chef Hustle one, the Home Chef Hustle kit kitchen countertops, I'm saving that for most likely for Ren in the Star Sign Legacy Challenge Let's Play that I'm currently doing as well, because he is actually going to be a chef. For Lara, I actually don't see her using the kitchen a whole lot. That's why I didn't put in a whole lot of clutter in there. I knew that, well, I had a feeling that she's probably gonna love her coffee, so that's why I gave her a coffee machine. And then this particular area here in the living area, when I was searching up interest for just some inspiration, there was just a picture of like an industrial living room, and this sofa was kind of like sitting in front of the window, and it's offset as well, like it's not even in the center. and there's just kind of like a plant at the side, and for some reason I really like that, so that's why I kind of copied, or I kind of used that as my inspiration for her living room. But I wanted to put bits and pieces of her most likely favorite video games, but there is also a sense of Chestnut Ridge, like where she came from originally, like that you would still see like paintings of Chestnut Ridge or of horses, patterns of horses, patterns of the actual background of Chestnut Ridge, so you'll see that throughout the apartment. So it's just kind of like her bringing her previous home into this apartment. And of course I can't forget the controller as well. And then there's this little nook here at the corner where you've got both the dining room and the kitchen. It's kind of like an open area, and at first I didn't really know what I wanted to put in there. Originally I was thinking kind of like a bookshelf nook thing, but I never saw her as a person or as a sim who would be reading. I know that she really loves her video games, but then I remembered that she also was trying to learn how to play the piano, so I thought maybe her dad kind of gifted her that particular piano, so that's why I ended up putting that in that little nook there, and I think it worked out really nicely. And one of my favorite things to decorate was her creative space. I knew that I wanted it kind of like right next to the terrace with arching windows for, I don't know, it's just giving me like, I feel like if I'm gonna be in this space, I would be very inspired because I've got the sunlight coming through. I've got somewhat of a view, so I really wanted to imitate that in her apartment. And for some reason I wanted to still get that bookcase, like that pastel kit thing, the bookcase from there. I wanted to still have it in her apartment. And I also wanted a sofa in here because originally I was like, well, there's kind of like a huge empty space because I've got both of the computers kind of like in the corner, and then there's just like a huge empty space in there, and I thought, no, this is her creative space. I would imagine her, like, if she is running out of ideas, she'll probably have a sit down like in front of that two big arching windows and just try and get some inspiration, or listen to music while she's trying to get inspiration. Or, you know, maybe it's a late night. It has been a late night editing her videos for her YouTube channel, and instead of going to her bedroom, she's just gonna take a nap on her couch. So that was my inspiration for that one. And again, it's her personality. Like, yes, it's an somewhat industrial apartment, but she loves her color, so she's gonna have that color. And then I also had that idea because I wanted to put that little decoration, that decor clutter in this creative space on her streamer computer, but I couldn't really put it in the spot that I wanted to, and it gave me the idea that, like, oh, actually I feel like she is also the type of person who would have kind of like her streaming computer, then she's got her media production computer because we need that for gameplay anyway, but she also has a portable laptop that is kind of just sitting on the bench, on the kitchen bench, because that's how she is. Like, maybe that's also another space for her where she's trying to get her inspiration from if she doesn't want to stay in her creative space. And I know that she also loves fitness, and originally I was going to get her the usual, like either a treadmill or the weighing machine, but then I thought, no, she's going to be in the city, most likely there is going to be a gym there somewhere, and so I opted to not give her any gym stuff in this apartment, but rather I've given her like a yoga mat. Maybe this is another way for her to kind of like, if she ever gets that creative fog or that creative burnout, and if she just needs some sort of space to be able to relax and unwind, then she's got that yoga mat on the terrace as well. And of course, this is her bedroom. I actually didn't show you guys how I furnished the bathroom and her laundry area, because it's just the bathroom and it's just the laundry area. But I also really liked her bedroom. I really did not want her to have another desk in here as well, but I wanted to give her kind of like a vanity area, because I would picture her, especially if she's going to be streaming, I think she's going to be, you know, making herself look good in front of the camera. So I wanted to give her a vanity space, and I actually still really wanted somewhat of another space for her to kind of get away from streaming, from videos. So she's already got that on the terrace with her yoga mat, and she actually also has that in her room, because I actually gave her a nook to read, and I thought it was really, really cute. You'll most likely see me furnish it very, very shortly. But yes, it may not be a huge book nook, especially the one that they had in Chestnut Ridge, and they actually hardly used that space anyway. But I wanted her to have this in her bedroom. And there you go, you've got like scenery, landscape of Chestnut Ridge. Again, her bringing Chestnut Ridge into her apartment, a sense of home. So maybe, hopefully, that she doesn't get homesick. But I am most likely nearing the end of the speed build portion. As usual, I'm going to be posting some of the screenshots that I took of this apartment, and I'm just super excited to be playing in Sam myshuno in this apartment the next time that we are going to do the Lucid Let's Play Generation 2. Of course, it will actually be episode 1. I'm super, super excited. There's going to be some new characters that my friend Cozy Simmer has created for me, well, for Lara to make friends with, and I'm just super excited. They're going to be in this same block of apartment, so yeah. And I guess if you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all into the next one. See ya. Bye.
Thank you.